to my channel, everyone. Today's video is going to be a little different. We're going to be attempting something exciting and at the same time frustrating. You will be needing your mousse or your curling cream. I am going to be alternating between these two. We're going to be working with Curlformers. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this going on, but because I have 4C kinky hair, I'm really skeptical, but I want to see if this works for people with my hair type. You could go ahead and get these formers on Amazon, Shein, or Temu. Mines were from Temu. One piece of advice I would give you guys is to get at least about 20 or more, especially if you have a lot of hair. I got about 12, which is too little. I don't know what I was thinking. So now I had to finesse the whole thing. But if you're looking for a full head of curls, you should probably get between 25 to 30 pieces of these. So you start by, the steps are very simple, right? But it's not as easy to do. So the curl formers come with a hook. So you could decide to make the hook a little longer, which you see me do later on. This is my first time doing this, so it was a little challenging for me. Actually, not little. It was a lot challenging. So I started with the single hook, but then I decided to just make it longer. So the process is like this. You section out your hair, you put your curling cream or your mousse, then you put the hook through the formers. Now put it upward and hook your hair inside. You're just going to see me do it. When I was watching people do it, it looked so easy. But guys, let me be very truthful. This hairstyle took me over an hour to do, and I cannot believe it. It was very, very frustrating, and I don't want to lie to you guys, it was really frustrating to me. So as I said, you start by sectioning out your hair. You put the gel or your curling cream or your mousse. Most people used mousse, so use whichever one is convenient for you. I just wanted to see if this will work. Then you twist from the bottom, and then you put your hook upward. You hook it, and then you hold it down and push the formers towards your scalp without letting it go. And then after you pull the former to your scalp, you want to make sure your hair is still hooked on there, and then you slowly push the former towards your scalp until your entire sectioned hair comes through the formers, and that is pretty much it. Now, I said in the beginning that it is easy for me to say, right? But guys, it was not easy to do. But I know that I said I was going to give you one tip. I have a couple of tips to give you guys. When doing this hairstyle, you want to use as many formers. Why? Because you want to section your hair out in small sections, because sometimes it's harder for your hair to pull through because the sectioned hair is big. So when you section the hair a little too big, it's a little hard for it to pull through into the formers. Also, it's okay for you to be frustrated. It's okay for the hook to come off. It is advised that if the hook keeps coming off, you should probably put some glue on it and just let it, a super glue, and just let it glue together, so that way there's no way for it to come off. I am going to keep repeating this until I am done with every single part of my hair. For those that are really good at this, please give me some tips on how I can improve when it comes to this particular hairstyle, because I actually do like it. I just feel like maybe I need more practice. You know, the more practice, the better you become at it. Now the big question is this really going to work for my hair type? I honestly don't know. But guys, just before you start this process, honestly, for your own peace of mind, glue the hook together to avoid this hassle of it coming off and on, because the truth is, it is going to frustrate you. At some point I was asking myself, like, why are you really doing this? Like, seriously, seriously. And I almost gave up, guys, but I just wanted to see if this is going to work for us to have 4C hair. We're finally done, and I cannot tell you how happy I was. Shout out to my little sister who came to my aid and actually helped me to the end, because I was so frustrated that it was taking so long. So now, once you're done with installing the whole thing, you're now just going to let it air dry. You don't have to use heat. Remember, the less heat, the better for your hair. So now you can go ahead and adjust the way that you want the curls to look by adjusting the whole formers. But I recommend that you cover your hair if yours was looking as scanty as mine when you step outside, because you do not want people looking at you like a crazy person. Moment of truth we've been waiting for, and yes, it worked. Guys, this works on 4C hair. But you just have to keep a couple things in mind. Section out your hair smaller. Use more Curlformers so that way it looks a little more full and you can actually style it as desired. Obviously, there's really nothing much I could do with the way I went about sectioning out my hair, but I'm very happy to know that this actually works, so that next time when I attempt this again, I know what to do. The way you place the formers on your hair is very important, because that's how the curls will look. The formers does work. You actually need, at least as I said before, about 20 when using it. Make sure you air dry, give it time to dry, and do not use a lot of mousse and or gel or curling cream, because the more of those things that you use, the longer you need for it to actually dry. So some of mine were not dry, but look, it worked, and I can tell you guys for sure to go ahead and try it, in as much as I look crazy right now, but yes, it does work. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you have tried this, let me know what you thought about it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.